I grew up wanting to be George Strait in Alabama, Gene Watson, and all I ever wanted to do was play. I moved to Nashville.
So what does Nashville's greatest songwriters and Texas Tech alums have in common? They all love a good lyric. In tonight's Texas Voices, I interviewed the songwriters who stopped in Waco for Chords and Conversations, a fundraiser for Texas Tech University in Waco, and there was a lot to talk about. There's always a song that takes you back to a certain place in time. For songwriters Wendell Mobley, Lee Thomas Miller, and Bob DiPiero, it takes them back to when they wrote it.
There's a difference between whiskey and him.
In that moment, I remember what the ideal was about, where we were when we wrote it. Every little thing about it. It'll be songs about my kids or about my wife or about my best friend. Our stories, and all of these people tonight, if they listen to country radio, they'll know all these words and all these songs.
Hits like In Color and You're Gonna Miss This have been heard worldwide.
There is nothing, though, that compares to the first time you hear it on the radio. Even after all these years, you know, you're driving down the road and it comes on and you recognize it from the intro. And you go, oh, 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 you know. And especially you got the wife and kids, and you're like, everybody shut up. Shut up, I need 3 minutes, you know. And we crank and we listen, and to this day, I don't know that will ever stop being the greatest though.
Wendell Mobley's voice can silence a room.
There goes my future, my everything.
But his words echo long after the last line.
All goodbye. There goes my life.
Something like There Goes My Life. I remember looking at Neil Thrasher and we both looked at each other and we're both just kind of choked up, you know, and I'm going, that's a good song, you know, that's how you know.
Bob DiPiero wrote the George Strait song Blue Clear Sky and remembers everyone trying to persuade him, even George, to change it to Clear Blue Sky. He didn't, and it became a #1 hit.
I believe it's just what I'm meant to be doing with my life.
And they'll keep doing it as long as the music finds a home in someone's heart.
I still enjoy it. I love it. It's all about what's going to happen today. And we're just going to sit here looking at each other, or are we going to write something that is going to reach out and touch people, make them feel emotion.
Texas Voices features the artists, musicians, and creatives in our great state.